It turns out there are 10 saboteurs and 5 sage powers. Now, our primary saboteur is the judge. We all have the judge. The judge operates differently with different individuals, all depending on the motivation. So for some, the judge in them will judge them harshly. And in others, their judge may be judging others and or their circumstances. But you see, the judge doesn't play fair. Because if it did, then the sage region of the brain, which is our authentic self, our sage essence, if you will, we would be able to catch or intercept that negative pattern that's relentless and incessant, that inner critic, that voice in the head that most of the time we forget that we are entangled in that voice and take it to be the truth. Whatever it says, we are being dictated and influenced by its comment or its critic. Therefore, this positive intelligence mental fitness operating system is an eye-opening because these 3 core mental muscles are going to help you weaken your top saboteurs while strengthening your sage region of the brain. And so what are the 3 core mental muscles? The first one is intercepting your saboteur. And how do we know that? We are feeling negative emotions. Whenever the saboteur has hijacked you or is at play, you are in that moment feeling negative emotions. Pain, disappointment, anger, betrayal, any of these negative emotions, you at that moment are being hijacked by your saboteur. And so one of the core mental muscle is to be able to intercept. And the moment you intercept that saboteur, your next core mental muscle is to re-energize your sage region of the brain. And we do that first by celebrating the fact that we caught ourselves, we caught that negative voice, celebrate the moment, and then we re-energize the sage region of the brain. And we do that, we call positive intelligence reps. But to give you an example is similar to a meditation, but we call them mental reps. And the reason we call them mental reps is the same as if you went to the gym and did physical reps, like dumbbell reps, so that you can have a toned body. And it's through repetition that you begin to build a toned body. The same thing with your mind. Through repetition of doing these mental reps, you strengthen the sage region of the brain. And as you're doing that, you're weakening your saboteurs. Because the saboteurs will never leave us, but our strength is in weakening them so that as we weaken those saboteurs, now you're taking back your power to live the life that you love. In other words, you're living your life by design. When you are living your life more in sage and less in saboteur, our neuron mirrors where we are. And that neuron mirrors saboteurs or sage essence. And the saboteur or the sage is a contagion, meaning if I'm in saboteur mode and I am having a conversation with someone, my saboteur will hijack their saboteur and vice versa. And when both parties are in saboteur mode, it's a waste of time to continue the conversation because the other person is not listening. So then it's upon us to put ourselves back into sage, which is a contagion, and then coming from sage, you will, at that point, hijack their sage. And now you have a completely different conversation. Also, when dealing with circumstances or conditions, situations that are not pleasant, that are obstacles, that are holding us back, by strengthening your sage region of the brain and coming from that essence, you have now the opportunity to apply 5 of the sage powers. And one of them is the explore. So you have empathize, explore, innovate, navigate, activate. And the explore is to have a loving curiosity as you further explore if whatever is happening in your circumstance, whatever challenge is in your life, if that situation could in fact be turned into a gift or an opportunity. When you're coming from sage, the answer is yes. This whole positive intelligence, mental fitness operating system is truly transformative. It drives lasting change across all areas of life. The impact, peak performance, well-being, and loving relationships. If you're curious to learn more about your top saboteurs and how they've held you back, you can click the link below or above, depending where this video is posted, to book a one-on-one saboteur discovery session with me, my gift to you. And then once you've done that, take 5 minutes to fill out an online survey, which is a saboteur assessment, multiple choices. Just answer whatever comes up for you. And when you get those results, send them back to me at FeliciaLonobile@gmail.com. And then once I've reviewed your results, you and I will sit down and have that saboteur discovery session. We're going to uncover and delve deeper into exactly what saboteurs have held you back. And you apply the tools of this mental fitness operating system, now you're on your way. Give yourself the gift. There's no obligations. Then you and I will look at working together. If not, you will walk away with some insight. You will know the saboteurs that are influencing you and or dictating your steps while you're thinking and believing that that is you because it's familiar. It's all you've known all your life. You're in your comfort zone. But as long as we stay in the familiar, what we call comfort zone, whether we like it or not, you can only continue to create more of the same because the saboteurs will self-sabotage you every step of the way. This is your day to shine and to shine brightly. I look forward to connecting with you one-on-one, and until then, I wish you an amazing rest of the day. Bye-bye for now.